Two future Hall of Famers collide for just the second time ever. It's the coach. This is week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady have amazingly met just one time before tonight, back in 2014. Tonight, Rodgers makes his first trip to New England to take on Brady and the New England Patriots. I'll have a look around today's games at halftime. But first, we head up to Foxborough. Standing by, here are Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? Jackson now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. It obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 65 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Danny Shelton in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one in the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
319!
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
To throw is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Defensively, here are the starters for New England. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
319's on.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Now, that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, the way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well.
319!
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had 1 season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not. And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining. Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
By 20! By 20!
And they'll go on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
Let's take a look at the big fella, Rob Gronkowski. All-pro, it feels like each and every year. And when he's healthy, he's going to be all-pro. He's done it 4 times in his career. 69 catches, over 1,000 yards in 2017. But why is he so good? Speed, size, agility, and absolutely understands the offense and where he needs to be in order to get the football.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Right 20! Right 20!
From the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillislee. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right 20!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
By 20.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
258.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
258.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a quick.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Adrian Claymore in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forcing incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
319.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And they've got it here with a first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Aaron Rodgers no longer has a safety blanket named Jordy Nelson to utilize in the red zone anymore. But picking up Jimmy Graham, that's a heck of a consolation prize. Remember, Jimmy Graham has had 4 seasons of 10 touchdowns or more, including 10 with the Seahawks in 2017.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Brady, dancing to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they're trying the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Here's Gillisley. He can't get him down. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Gillisley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer.
But without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands, and trying to get him on the ground.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
Stay set. Wait, 20.
Brady now on 1st down. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And brought down, but not back before they're inside the 25. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To throw, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of...
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So with second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
319!
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. 12 yards on the return that time. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll run it here. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Brady. And almost just picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A good pickup there at 22. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch. But even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Wide open receiver complete.
Let's go, come on.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Throwing again. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the 2nd quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd down, here's Brady. That escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Harry in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 24-10 was your final. From there, let's head over to New Era Field to see what's happening with the Bills. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Mitchell Trubisky, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one down in Big D. The Titans in town to take on the Cowboys. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in...
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They stay on the ground with White. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on first down. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Goes underneath here to White, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially now with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he's got this one down to the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal, And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And now out come the Patriots. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wait, 20!
They begin the drive on the ground at 20. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run with Gillislee, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the bootleg. Brady. He completes it right side away. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Now Brady, and he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He's looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They keep it on the ground. Right again. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
So, partner, remember the offseason, all the chatter, all the people in the Boston area were wondering, would Brady be back? Would Gronk be back? I think they're breathing pretty easy right now. See that combination is doing just fine.
So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. Play action. Now it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
319.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
319.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And Crosby puts it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
White 20.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Quentin Rollins there on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, they run with Burkhead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play, and I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on 4th down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
319.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
319.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's J.K. Scott now. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. He'll look to set up his blockers. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll look to throw. Right side, there's Decker. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Escaping the pressure running. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Williams to return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in and you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it. Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. A gain of 6 there on first. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Wait, 20.
Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. What can Brady do now with his drive? Keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
On third and long, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, we always always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Now, partner, a great game that we... A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Pats, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.